This is North Dakota Today.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Vidal. Hi, Heidi Vetter in as well. We're talking about the roads being a little slick.
They were slippery when I came in.
Me too. I come in earlier, but still, yesterday it was kind of a pretty snow, but you knew it was going to be a mess, like really wet, heavy stuff. And then this morning, the temperature was like 15 degrees.
Yeah.
Versus, I like the last 2 mornings of starting off the day in the 30s.
I know.
So that's over for a little bit. It's going to be cool again.
It's going to be cool. But no, it was just slippery. I mean, everything looked pretty in the yard, and then I'm following some vehicles, and they're just like fishtailing, just trying to get going and stopping. So everybody was just super duper slow. Took me a good extra 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, you got to slow down. I kind of forget, so we had those couple of weeks of not really bad weather, or bad roads, I should say. Bad weather because it was cold, but not bad roads.
Yeah. So anyway, oh well. Made it, but
made it here.
Another scary story.
Oh, huge story.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, they're saying lucky to be alive.
So lucky. Oh my gosh,
it's incredible.
They were saying that the vehicle looked like
I think we have some video, so we can play that. Yep.
Okay, because they said that the car actually looked like it was okay. Well, I didn't think so. I thought it looked terrible.
I didn't think so at all. The front end was completely
is.
smashed. I thought it looked like it must have been going pretty fast. So yesterday morning in Los Angeles, Tiger Woods was in a bad crash, and yeah, actually our director was just reminding us in our ear too. The vehicle rolled several times.
Yes, and it was downhill.
Downhill. I did read that it was an area where people do tend to speed. It's like a 45 mile per hour, but I think the sheriff said there you see it going.
Oh, that looks
so
terrible.
I guess kind of how it would roll too, if it was front over that way. But they had to use the jaws of life to get him out of the vehicle.
But he was coherent when they got there. He was able to say his name. He was, and what happened.
Right.
But they're only saying that perhaps it was speed was a factor.
Because they said they did not think that he was impaired. They couldn't smell any alcohol or anything on his breath.
Thank goodness. But yeah, did you hear the really bad, his leg, shattered.
Shattered, that's the word they're using, shattered.
Yeah, there was a description, and I knew right away it meant bones, nothing you would want to see.
Yeah, I'm not obviously an
scary.
orthopedic surgeon, but yeah, shattered tibia and fibula on his right leg, and multiple injuries as well to his ankle and his leg.
I thought this was when I saw it at first, I thought, oh my gosh, this is like a replay. Are they showing something that had happened to him before? And then oh my goodness, I was so scared. It was just really kind of a freaky moment to watch.
So several hours in surgery. Now they're saying this morning that he is conscious or awake, and we'll see where the process goes from there. It's, I was mentioning to you, I'm like, Gulf fan or not, and you are a Gulf fan, or a golfer yourself.
Yeah.
But golf, you don't have to be a Gulf fan to know who Tiger Woods is.
No, absolutely not. And he's been playing lately. That's kind of the fun part, is seeing him come back after years
a comeback
off.
story.
Absolutely, and he was playing really well until kind of, I guess, the end. But anyway,
well, and he's had several back surgeries, so he has been struggling with his back and different ailments anyway. And after this, we're talking about just his leg, but you have to know that it's hurt more than just his leg.
Yeah.
So anyway,
poor guy.
Prayers to Tiger Woods and his family, because he has 2 young children. I think 12, 13. There was just a story about him golfing with his son. So I think it kind of puts the celebrity back into, reality.
Reality, absolutely. Well. And with that, we were talking a little bit about the Britney Spears documentary.
I know. It kind of reminded me of that too, because I thought, I feel like I know Tiger Woods. I know when he, cheated on his wife, and when he got in that one car accident outside of his. And we've been both talking about the Britney Spears documentary quite a bit. It just upset me so much. I think, I know it goes back a little while, but it brought me back to the Me Too movement of how hard people were on Britney, and everyone's so quick to, but I feel like especially as a woman, she was as a girl.
As a young girl.
They were asking her
questions. Those were horrible questions. You don't ask those questions today, nor would I personally ever ask anybody those questions. But very personal. Questions about her body.
About her body, if she had work done. They also had asked her if, if she'd had adult relations yet, in case your children are in the room. I just want, and she was
I know.
very young.
It was very, you have to really watch it. It's alarming. really.
It made me want to cry, and I think, well, I know it was a different
felt really
time. One
bad.
of my colleagues was like, well, it was a different, true, but then that makes me sad that just, 10, 20 years ago, we treated women like that and
Right.
asked them questions like that. And then the documentary goes around, her life and now being in this conservatorship where she has no control of her finances, her life, really.
No, she
Her
doesn't
father
have
does.
any control over it, and she's trying to get it back.
I think. And now there's this whole movement, Free Britney, where
by all her fans.
So,
Yeah,
but
it's an interesting documentary though too. I mean, I think what she went through, all of the paparazzi and just she was a nice girl, a really nice girl who just was happy to be singing and doing her thing, and then I think they kind of tried to portray her differently, and she went along with it. And
I know there was one interview, or I don't remember hearing this, but they said in the documentary, like the wife of a governor on the East Coast, said,
Wasn't that
if you met
terrible?
Britney Spears, what would you do? And she said, I'd shoot her. It
was
like,
terrible.
what?
I'm like,
because
did
she
really
did not
just
think
say
that she was giving the right
message to young
women. And I
girls.
thought, well, as a mom of daughters, it's not Britney Spears' job to raise my daughter. And
Absolutely.
and then the double standard of, because it came out in the news, like Justin Timberlake was just celebrated, and yet Britney was, torn apart when they broke up. It was her fault, and she was called a number of different words, and yet he.
On a good note about her, I mean, on this whole story, what I loved is watching her as a little girl. She was so talented, well, she still is talented, but I mean, wow, her voice is magnificent. She could dance, obviously. I mean,
She's on the Mickey Mouse Club, so it wasn't like we're just making this up either. She was.
No.
There's a lot of talented kids who don't make it to that level.
What her parents did to put her into this industry,
right?
They gave up a lot. They gave up a lot, and they didn't have a lot of money.
No.
But she was so talented, and anyway, so. I feel
Interesting.
bad.
If you haven't
really
watched that yet, I would watch it. I would recommend it.
I
just
would.
felt like it was an eye opener, and things have changed. And it's not because I'm like Free Britney.
No,
that movement.
absolutely
just taking a look at how we treat celebrities and women specifically. But of course, I'm very passionate about women's rights and how we're treated and the double standards. So, but very fascinating to watch.
It is.
So. Okay, well, we talked about back to another celebrity, but local celebrity. I love this guy, Adam Thielen. Of course, Vikings fans love him, but we claim him as our own since he's a Detroit Lakes native. The wide receiver and his wife, Caitlin, are going to be spending a little time with some kids, not only their own two little boys and baby girl on the way. This is a super cool event. Tomorrow evening from 6 to 6:30, the football player will be answering questions from children of Choice Bank customers, because he has that partnership with Choice Bank.
Right.
And that's actually how I got to meet him, was through Choice Bank. They brought him in and talking about the Adam Thielen Foundation. And their mission is to inspire and educate youth. So
I love that.
What would you ask Adam? The kids so they're going to have the best questions. What would you ask Adam Thielen?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure either. I think maybe did you ever, what was your dream as a kid? What did you want to be as a little kid? Did he want to be a football player?
I think he wanted to be a football player. I think I read that somewhere about him.
And
but what would he be if he wasn't a football player?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
What would you do now if you were not? Would you be an insurance salesman?
That's what he's.
I'm just kidding.
That's what he might do after he retires.
And nothing. I don't know why I said
that went with the most football player or insurance salesman.
I'm just kidding. It'd be something. It'd be something in the spotlight, though.
I think so too. Well, he's got that charisma. He's not just a super talented athlete, but you can tell just being around him, people are drawn to him. I love to follow, especially our local celebrities on their social media, and I follow his wife as well.
Yes, she's such a cutie.
There was such a buzz around this weekend. She posted a picture. I think they were out enjoying the nice weather, and they were sledding. And there was a picture, I think it was of their youngest boy, and do we have that picture? He was wearing Moorhead Spud's stocking cap in her picture, and everybody just went like crazy, like, oh my goodness, what does that
so
mean?
Cute.
If we send, and a couple of people were like, if we send you a stocking cap from our town, will your kids wear it? And she said, well, our boys' cousins, you know, are from Moorhead.
Are from Moorhead, yes.
So, anyway.
And they've got, I mean, yeah, I'm sure they have a lot of family in this area and friends, obviously friends as well. So
anyway,
awesome.
So cool.
So, well, hey, up next we have the owner of a yoga studio joining us. So get your yoga mats out. She's going to tell us what has inspired her to start her practice and show us some of the easier moves that you can do just right from your living room. Stay tuned.